Assalamualaikum to my lecturer, and my name is Muhammad Syakir Ikram bin Baba. My meeting number is 1910611065, and today we are from SUCCES group. Today I will talk about introduction of case study background. An engineer sent a cat lead steer pilot. Engineer also means to direct in course of show the way to follow. Guide implies intimate knowledge of the way and how all of the clear and danger. This implies showing the way of often keeping those that follow under control of the order. If the project becomes a victory, steer implies ability to keep to a course and stress capacity of the pilot, sagaciously guiding over dangers of complicated course. All of this complex find a way to avoid provoking behavior to achieve and of carrying a plan. Most employees a code rating their employee to follow when considering your own professional career. You may want to create a personal code of rating help employees maintain a positive company culture and respect to in their work of engineer. Next, I will continue about problem statement from this case study. Consulting electrical engineering does not have a good engineering. As engineer, they must have known how to become a good engineer. They also must know about the code of ethics is a set of principles for employees to achieve and conduct business. To comply this with company standard, the business code of ethics and individual code of ethics are planned into their belief reason background all of the chain and project and their own procedure to be followed. The objective of this case study, understanding the case study with best quality. When engineering gives a case study, how the proper procedure in effect discharge of consulting must be followed. That's all from me, and thank you for watching.
I'm Dashapriya. Today I'm here to discuss about the rules and regulation that has been used in this case study. So let us talk about the first act and regulation. So I have chosen the Registration of Engineer Act 1967 Part 4 Code of Conduct number 31C2. A registered engineer or engineering consultancies practice not to intervene or take over the work of another indirectly or directly unless he has been formally notified by the client. So in this case, the client has requested another engineer to this project where the first engineer has already have been working on this project. So there is a act that allows this action. So next, let us see on the second act and regulation. So the second act and regulation is we need to obtain the consent of the previous engineer in charge first before hand over the work to another engineer. This okay. So this has to be done because to prevent any claiming from another engineer. For example, there are cases stated in NSPE, engineer claiming credit to work of former employee. So to avoid, there is a chance for the second engineer to take the work from the previous engineer because he has been requested by the client. So this issue should be handled where engineer A should explore, send a letter to engineer B, no response, and the work can be done in a proper manner. Okay, let us see the third hack and regulation that has been used by referring to the National Society of Professional Engineer Code of Ethics, Section 3, Personal Obligation, where engineers shall not, without the consent of all interested parties, participate in or represent an adversary interest in connection with a specific project or proceeding in which the engineer has gained particular specified knowledge on behalf of a former client or employer. Okay, thus it is an unethical for us to proceed the project without previous engineer's consent. So everything should be in consent of the first engineer. So in section 3, 7A, engineers in private practice shall not review the work of another engineer for the same client except with the knowledge of such engineer or unless the connection of such engineer with the work has been terminated. So there is an issue for the second engineer, but everything should be done in a proper way so that no complication happen on this changeover. So that's all from me. Thank you.
The next day.
Hello, hi guys, my name is Siwasan, son of Kumasami. My meeting number is 1910922356. Today I'm going to talk about the discussion in this issue. A consulting electrical engineer is refused to agree with the client where the client want to supply the work to the other consultant electric engineer. Due to this, the client will not pay his fees for the service. By right, as an engineer, he need to refer the act, regulation and ethics that comply to the engineering, such as Restoration of Engineering Regulation RER 1990 to make a right decision within this matter. Referring to the Code of Professional Conduct 2.1.3, a registered professional engineer shall respond within reasonable time to communicate from the board or any other relevant authorities on the matter pertaining to his professional service. To solve the issue by referring the code, client need to inform and communicate with the engineer by stating the reason why he want to supplement the work to the other consulting electric engineer with an official black and white letter. Furthermore, either paid or not for the consulting service by the client, first the engineer should read and understand the agreement which signed before the project start. For an example, if the agreement stated client can change engineer with no payment when the engineer not performing in the job, so by right the engineer cannot claim any payment from the client. If the engineer still not satisfied with the statement, client may charge the engineer in the court for the compensation. If in the agreement stated a term like client can change the engineer with a payment although the engineer not performing in this job, along with this, the engineer has a right to claim the payment for his service. According of Professional Conduct 2.1.8 has stated the professional engineer has issued no statement, criticism, argument or technical matter they are inspired or paid by the interest parties unless they have prefaced their comment by explicitly identifying the interest paid parties on whose behalf they are speaking and revealing the existence of any interest the engineer may have in the matter. As an engineer shall not reveal any fact or create any argument regarding any issue on technical matter. Everything need to follow the stated procedure and law.
One eternity later.
Okay, my name is Hadu Sandu Sanajas Singh and my material number is 191092315. Okay, I'm going to present about the discussion part 2. So the first point is conflict of interest. So this is where the client has changed his consultant without consideration of the hard work and preparation done by the previous consultant engineer, which can lead both consultants in a big conflict. In other example, a well-prepared work done by the junior engineer in the company, but when comes to a project presentation, a senior engineer only takes part in presentation and admits that the work done by him. So the second point is responsible charge. The National Society of Professional Engineers (NSPE) defines responsible charge as the direct control and personal supervision of engineering work. The engineer of record assumes responsibility for the safety and soundness of the engineering work. This is why a client must find his consultant that have a good responsible charge. So the last point is objective and truthful. So lastly, engineers should be objective and truthful in professional report, statements or testimony. They should include all relevant and pertinent information in such reports, statements or testimony which will bear the date indicating when it was current. The new consultant should have his own objective that follows the truth way that will never give loss to any parties. The code of ethics in engineering is often seen as introductory element for ethics education. However, the code can be seen as narrow expression of ethics and follows a more deontological theory framework. Thank you.